G'day.
G'day.
Thanks for stopping by.
Glad you could join us.
Well, we have been travelling along the Darling River from its source between Burke and Brewarrina and making our way south towards Wentworth. In this video, we want to capture the section of it between Wilcannia and Menindee. We also had a bit of a drone disaster along the way. My navigation skills are probably not quite as good as I may have once thought, and it didn't end well. In this section of the trip, we find a brilliant station stay along the way and then make our way into Menindee, and that's worth checking out as a destination in itself. So come and join us as we check out some more of the Darling River Run. But before hitting the road out of town, one last stop.
We were grateful to see this supermarket here in Wilcannia, as we were hoping to stock up on some fresh veggies before getting back on the track.
Morning. Good, thank you.
And it seems a pretty good fully stocked supermarket right here in town.
We always enjoy checking out local supermarkets in these outback towns. They often carry things you wouldn't find anywhere else, and it gives you a little window into the community.
Okay, check this out. Not something you see every day. Red kangaroo tail, skin on, straight from the freezer.
Love it. That's proper bush tucker right there.
Today we are off to Menindee Station. Now the road has been closed, but we have it on good authority that it's been open with caution today, even though Google's still telling me that the road's closed. But I spoke to the folks at Menindee Station today, and they said that it was open and that they've had vans come through. I spoke to some other fella, a local fella here in Wilcannia, seems to be working with the council or something with the parks, and he was saying that it's open. You just got to be careful. He did say that the east side was better than the west side, but we're going to Menindee, which is on the west side, so we're picking the worst road. Again, he reckons we should be right though. Just take it easy. So, should be fine. Anyway, we'll go and see how it goes.
And as we were advised, the road is open.
Even though it says with caution, but just go slow. Take your time. Don't hurry. I'm not in any hurry. We've stopped where the bitumen hits the gravel to turn the Caravan on. Last thing we want to do is get there and be into a dusty van. There's nothing worse after a day of travel.
This looks like the road has just been graded and is in good condition. But look at this. Water on both sides.
Hopefully that's where it stays.
My goodness, we've come to a really awful part of the road. It's got enormous ruts in it and it's got corrugations.
Down to 20 k's an hour.
20 k's an hour is what we're down to. And there's nowhere to go on the road that you can get away from it. It's just all like that.
It's a bit of a mess.
A mess.
After 15 kilometres of bone-shaking corrugations, pulling into Menindee Station was a very welcome sight.
Yeah, but getting in wasn't exactly smooth sailing. We were told to avoid the main driveway and take the goat track off to the side. And definitely glad we did.
Absolutely. The main drive was still really soft and boggy in places, and even the goat track had a few sketchy spots. Towing our 23-foot Caravan through here definitely got the heart rate up at times.
Oh, we made it here to Menindee at the office here. We're about to go and pick a site. Oh, gee, it's warm out here. But that road in, oh my goodness, that was a challenge. A lot of fun. I'm a bit scared to open the cupboards in the van, but anyway, we'll see how we go. There's one other person down there at the moment and a couple of vans coming in, so we've got pretty much options to pick whatever site we want down there, except obviously the one where he is. But we'll go down and have a look and see if we'll find a nice spot by the Darling River.
As we head to our camp spot, it's pretty clear there's been a lot of water through here.
Yeah, it's a good reminder of how quickly things can change out here. 1 minute it's dry, and the next, well, you're picking your line to avoid getting bogged. But we made it, and what a spot. Peaceful, remote, and right on the river. Totally worth the bumps and mud.
Alright, time to find a nice flat spot by the Darling. Fingers crossed we can avoid pulling out the levelling ramps.
Just a little bit out, so we've put the blocks of wood underneath and Paul's just going to drive up on them. Whoa! Let's see if that's made the difference. Oh, look at that. That is pretty good. Here we are on the marvellous Darling River. What a view.
Oh, it's moments like this that make all the rough roads worth it.
The sites here at Leogari are huge. There's about a dozen of them all along the river, and it's like they'd be miles away from anyone else. They've got a table and chairs, they open fire, get all the rubbish bins, and they separate all the recycling here from glass, plastic, the 10-cent bottles and cans, and just straight rubbish. But the spot here, oh, it's beautiful. It's nice and hot. Oh, I tell you, so warm. We didn't park under a tree, although we're in the trees. So we shouldn't be having any strife with widowmakers overnight, hopefully. I had the drone up before and mischarged the landing, clipped a tree on the way down. Now it's over there on the other side of the river. The water, oh no. So now I don't have a drone. I've lost my drone footage from Wilcannia and now here. And I won't be able to do any more drone footage until I get a new drone, which probably won't be at least until we get down to Wentworth, maybe Mildura. Oh, how annoying.
It was here. Look, let me show you the exact place where it fell in. Can you see that tree stump right on the other side? Well, it fell in just in front of that. Yep, no retrieving that. Paul did consider going in for a swim and retrieving it, but I said to him, hey, it's wet. Even if you were to retrieve it, you're not going to get it to work again. So Paul is pretty gutted. He's actually sounding really low. Oh my goodness, poor man.
So I crashed the drone, and yep, we lost all the recent footage, or so I thought. Thankfully, I managed to salvage some of it from the DJI app cache, including the actual moment it hit the tree. Not gonna lie, it's tough to watch. The quality isn't so good, but I'm still grateful to have something to remember this spot by, even if it came at the cost of a few broken blades and a bruised ego.
And a whole drone.
Well, it's been an emotional day, but sitting here by the Darling as the sun goes down, it's impossible not to feel grateful. These are the moments we'll always remember.
Just about to hit the road. We are leaving Leogari today and heading into Menindee. Been a great night here. It's very peaceful. It was a bit warm last night. We had the windows open all night. A bit of what little breeze there was blowing through. I think it got down to about 23 overnight, so it didn't cool down at all. But managed to get through it. You can have generators here, so we could have put a generator on, but chose not to. Anyway, off to Menindee.
Leogari is a working sheep station right on the banks of the Darling River. They've set up a brilliant little bush camping area. No power or water, just peace, space, and a whole lot of sky.
It's the kind of spot where you really get to slow down and appreciate just how special this part of the country is. Leaving Leogari station meant retracing our steps along that soft driveway again and opening a few gates along the way. Part of the classic Outback experience.
So back at Leogari, they told us that there was a grader that was at the beginning of this road near Wilcannia and at the end of this road near Menindee.
It's the first time I've looked forward to entering roadworks.
The first time, yeah. Yep. I know, it's been incredibly bumpy, this road, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been shocking.
Yeah, it has. So we're constantly trying to find the best bit of the road to be on. And sometimes there just isn't a best bit. But other times, you know, the right-hand side of the road might be a little better then the left-hand side. Other times the left-hand side, other times the middle. And other times you just can't find a good bit. The whole darn road is really yuck.
You never really know what kind of road you're in for out here. Could be smooth sailing or bone-rattling roller coaster.
Yeah, from Neligari, we had about 10 kilometres of solid corrugations. So seeing this grader felt like spotting an oasis in the desert.
Desperately. I don't know who ordered the road upgrade, but a shout out to you. Absolute legend.
Oh my goodness, you really notice the difference in the road when a grader has been here. April. How lovely is this? It's smooth, it's just delicious.
And just like that, we were back on the bitumen. Funny thing is, we never ended up dropping the tyre pressure, like the folks back at Rose Isle suggested.
Yeah, and we never really had any issues with it either.
No, we didn't.
We're staying at Kopi Hollow Caravan Park, a really nice little spot with power, water and beautiful views of the lake. There are a couple of peaceful walks around the water, and honestly, the green grass is a sight for sore eyes after the red dust.
Just taking a walk to the lake. Look at this fella. Just walking around. Here he is. You see him? And a bit of a wander around. Quite leisurely so. It's actually a very nice caravan park, let me say.
It gets great reviews on Wikicamps, and now that we're here, it's easy to see why.
Tell you what, after several days of 40 degrees, without any power, just sitting there, really starts taking it out of you. Anyway, looking forward to tonight. We've got the power at Kopi Hollow, and now we've got a pub. Hopefully got a nice Parmi in there, and away we go.
Apparently, it was on this side that Burke and Will stayed here about 4 nights before they headed off on another expedition.
So, after a big day on the road, we couldn't resist a visit to the iconic Maiden's Hotel in Menindee.
Nice.
We headed straight for the front bar, and yep, you guessed it, Paul's on the hunt for another Parmi.
Oh, do you bring my glasses?
And I've got to say, it did not disappoint. What more can you ask for out here?
And my steak is looking pretty good too, I must say.
10 out of 10 pub feed.
As we crossed the river, we couldn't help but notice just how low the water is right now.
Now, but compare that to when we were here in 2022, the difference is huge.
Absolutely.
This fish cleaning station was completely underwater.
It's incredible how much the Darling can change, season to season, year to year.
There is a lot of water around.
Our first visit to Menindee was back in 2010, when we stayed at the Lakeside Caravan Park with our camper trailer.
Those were the days.
The lake was much drier back then, and I think we had the only patch of green grass in the whole park.
But one thing hasn't changed, those stunning Menindee sunsets. Still remember it like it was yesterday.
Right, Kinchega National Park. Woolshed Drive open, Lake Drive open.
No trip to Menindee is really complete without a visit to Kinchega National Park. It's just $8 per vehicle for a day pass, but you'll need exact change, paid via the old school envelope system at the entrance.
Steel frame structure clad in corrugated iron and probably dates from...
Just a heads up, the park can close during bad weather or high fire danger. So it's always good to check ahead before heading in.
This is the Kinchega National Park, historic Woolshed. Right, let's go look through it.
Wandering through the iconic Kinchega Woolshed is like stepping into a living museum.
Or a time capsule carved out of timber and tin.
Yeah.
Over 6 million sheep were shorn here back in the day. You can almost hear the hum of the machines and the shouts of the shearers as you walk these old boards.
The shearing equipment's still lined up as if they knocked off yesterday, and those sheep pens out the back, now empty, once held thousands of animals ready for the shear.
Like the heartbeat of a different era, still echoing in the dust. Alright, our time here at Copia Hollow is done. We're about to head off now to Pooncarie. But it's been a nice day here at Copia Hollow. It's been a beautiful spot by the lake here. That's so nice. So there's a couple of nice spots here. We've heard about a few of the free camps, which are really good. But again, because of the heat, we were reluctant. But the free camps around here are supposed to be really nice. For example, the free camp at Lake Pamamaru was recommended to us, and it gets great reviews.
Speaking of free camps, we have found Menindee is a very RV-friendly town. It has potable water available just behind the public toilets in the main street. And Menindee also has a public dump point. Thank you, Menindee, very much.
So cafe here in Menindee comes really highly recommended. So we thought we'd come in on our way out towards Pooncarie and grab some bit of brekkie and a cuppa before we head off.
The Red Sands Cafe even has a few groceries available. And a few other odds and ends. But check out Wenda's ham and tomato toasty on gluten-free bread.
What? Wow. Next stop, Pooncarie, and the road is open. Yay! Well, Paul, that's a wrap for this leg of the Darling River Run, from Wilcannia down to beautiful Menindee.
We've soaked in the history, the outback charm, beautiful sunsets, the drone.
You're still hurting about that, babe. And the best part, Paul?
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. We've still got some to go.
We have.
Yeah.
Still got the bit down to Pooncarie and then into Wentworth, where the Darling River meets one of our favourites, the mighty Murray River.
Absolutely stunning.
Can't wait to share that with you.
Yeah.
So, if you've been enjoying our travels, we'd love you to subscribe. It really helps our channel a lot, and it means you won't miss out on the next adventure as we continue down the Darling River.
Absolutely.
But don't go anywhere. Coming up next is our Did It Work segment. This time, we're having a look at one of our bug and mozzie management strategies. Did it work?
Did it? Do I have to hang around and find out?
We'll have to hang around and watch.
So stick around. We'll see you next time down the track.
You know, as we've shared previously, one of our biggest frustrations while being on the road has been insects, biting insects, particularly mozzies and midgies. Oh, when they get you, they are just so annoying. But over the time, as probably most people do, we've accumulated quite an arsenal of insect repellents and ways to deal with them. Some of them are a bit more effective than others. We did a whole video on it actually, so if you wanted to check that out, we really cover that quite extensively. But one of our go-tos is the tiny repeller. It's only a tiny little thing, and it's got a few advantages over the others that we really appreciate. Certainly one of them is the fact that it's USB charged, so you don't need to fill it with gas or run out of gas bottles and that. It's only tiny, so it's small. It can be carried all over the place. You can actually carry it with you somewhere, like if you go onto the loo or something. Nothing worse than sitting in the loo and seeing mozzies flying around everywhere, thinking they're biting your butt. It's got these tiny little pads in it that they give off the scent that's offensive to mozzies and midgies and that, so that's why you get the clear area. And it can be hung pretty much anywhere around the place. So it's got a few variations on it. It has for a small area, medium area and a large area. So you can actually pick and choose. As opposed to most of the other ones, you switch them on and just leave them. Not that they're not effective, but this one just has that advantage over them. We really do like this little flex tail tiny repeller. I'll put a link in the description below. So if you did want to get hold of one, just use that link and you'll get a 15% discount. Well, that's a wrap. Hopefully that was helpful.
The dusty roads, The riverbanks and the sunrises.
The Outback charm.
Yeah, so special.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye for now.
Bye.